Next, let us look at the benefits of VPN. So we have already seen some of the benefits of VPN. Okay, so there are other benefits of VPN. Okay, let us see each. The first benefit of VPN is VPN securely transmit data between the endpoints by implementing the following principle. Okay, so the first benefit of VPN is it securely transmit the data that is transmitted between the two devices is secured through the principle of encryption and authentication. So all the data that is transferred between the private network and the remote client or the business partner are all encrypted. And then also VPN also verifies that both the sender and receiver are authenticated. It makes sure that the sender or the receiver is the authenticated user or authenticated organization site whenever the data is transferred through the protocol pptp and LTTP authentication protocol during the client and server communication. So this authentication takes place during the client and server when they tries to connect with each other before the data the connection is established. It is authenticated. The next benefit is it provides cost-effective solution to an organization. So we saw that that was one of the reason why VPN was used as a solution rather than the lease line, right? So VPN is found to be more cheaper or cost-effective compared to the lease line, right? Where lease line we had to physically lay out the wire, individual point-to-point connection has to be created, right? Whereas with the VPN, you don't need a point-to-point or physical or additional cable that needs to be connected with the business partner or the branch office, right? In fact, you can use the public network or the public internet, right? Through that internet, you can build the same private network securely, right? Then next benefit of VPN is it provides scalable solution. VPN can be adapted to fit the growing need of an organization as it is not restricted to a particular geographical location. So because of the use of the public network or the internet as the backbone or the medium, right? Now, if the organization wants to grow or want to expand their company beyond their own location or to the other side of the world, or they want to create a connection or build a network with the business partner which is located in a different location, then VPN can use this internet public network and expand. It's scalable. So that is another advantage of VPN. It helps the organization to scale. Next advantage or the benefit of the VPN is VPN provides the access to the resources present on the internal network of the organization from outside its land. So because it could connect to the different location, right? It allows the user from different location to access the resources of the internet or the private network. So these are the advantage or benefit of these are the 4 benefits of the VPN. Now let us look at the VPN protocols. What are the protocols that are used? So VPN architecture uses tunneling process to transmit the data securely over the internet. So in order to transfer the data securely over the internet, VPN architecture uses the tunneling process. So during this tunneling process, what happens is the data packet from the private network are encrypted and encapsulated. It is encapsulated and then it is encrypted during the tunneling process. So that is the in fact main advantage of using the VPN. So when you say tunnel, tunnel is a logical path, or you can say it's a virtual path that is created between the sender and the receiver, or it is a connection, virtual connection, okay, that transmit the encapsulated packet between the two communication devices. So all the encapsulated packets are transmitted through this tunnel or the logical path, okay. So when these encapsulated packets are transferred through this tunnel or the logical path, okay, it uses the protocol or tunneling protocol, okay, to secure the communication over the VPN. So there are two protocols that are used, that is point-to-point tunneling protocol (PPTP) and layer 2 tunneling protocol, that is L2TP. So let us look at each. So PPTP, okay, is used to securely transfer the data from a remote client to the private enterprise server, okay. So this PPTP protocol, okay, with the help of IP header, okay, it encapsulates the data, okay, and then with the help of point-to-point protocol PPP, okay, or PPP, these encapsulated data are transmitted over the network, okay. Then with the help of Microsoft point-to-point encryption MPPE protocol, which is another protocol, okay, it is used to encrypt the data, okay, that is transmitted over the network, okay. So PPTP, what it does is it will, with the help of point-to-point, okay, protocol, encapsulated data are transmitted over the network, okay, and this encapsulated data is encrypted with the help of MPPE protocol, okay. Okay, next one we have is L2TP. So L2TP is the extension of PPTP, okay. So L2TP is the, in fact, it is the extension, which means, okay, when you say extension of PPTP, so L2TP, it functions similar to PPTP, but okay, it has more security compared to PPTP, okay. So it can be used to provide secure tunneled end-to-end internet connection through remote access technology, and however, okay, it does not provide reliability to data packet on its own. So similar to the PPTP, okay, it does not, only with L2TP, it does not provide reliability to data packets. So when you say reliability, okay, the data cannot be reliable, okay, the packet, when the packet is delivered, we cannot rely on the security only with L2TP, okay. So because of that, it is combined with IPsec or IP security to provide confidentiality, integrity and authentication to data packets, okay. So all the data are authenticated at the server side, okay, and then also the information or the data are confidential when the data is transferred, okay. There are no manipulation of data on the way, okay. So L2TP over IP security, when you combine the IPsec, okay, with L2TP, we have L2TP over IP security or over IPsec VPNs, okay, which enables an organization to transport data over the internet without compromising the security of data. So data security is not compromised in terms of L2TP with the help of or with combined with the IPsec. So that is why it is much more secure compared to the PPTP, okay. So in order to install or implement the L2TP over IPsec, okay, you have to install the certificate on both the client and the server, VPN client and VPN server, okay. So once the certificate are installed, then with the help of such certificate, it is, okay, authenticated, the user are authenticated, and okay, with the IP security, the informations are confidential and integrity, the data are not manipulated when it is transferred from one device to the another, or the remote client to the private network. Okay, so these are the two protocols of VPN, L2TP and pptp. Okay, now let us look at the types of connection, okay, based on the requirement, okay, based on the devices, okay, how the devices or the client connect to the private network. Okay, we can define the types of VPN connection. Okay, so there are in fact two types of VPN connection. Okay, the first one is called as remote access VPN. Okay, so in remote access VPN, it allows remote user and telecommuters. Okay, so okay, when let's say for example there are some of employee that might have to work from different location. Okay, he has to work from a different location, then he or she will have to connect to the organization or headquarter, okay, through VPN. Or telecommuters, like for example the mobile users that has to move from place to place. Okay, then if those user, okay, the remote user and the telecommuter connect to the private network, okay, through a secure way, okay, then this type of connection, VPN connection, is known as remote access VPN. It is also known as point to site VPN or dial-up VPN. So from one point, okay, it is connected to a site, so it's also known as point to site VPN or dial-up VPN. Okay, so in fact all the types of connection uses the internet as a backbone. Okay, so here the illustration, okay, demonstrate that, okay, the remote access VPN. So you have a remote user or telecommuter or mobile user, okay, connecting to a site through VPN server, okay, where internet is used as a backbone, or a tunnel is built, and then it is connected to the private network or the corporate network. Such kind of connection is known as remote access VPN. Okay, next one is site to site VPN. Okay, unlike remote access VPN, site to site VPN are used by large organization. Okay, so they are also used to connect the internal network of two different organizations, okay, that need to communicate due to some business reason. So so site to site VPN, okay, when the two private organization, okay, maybe they are business partner, okay, I mean they have to communicate with each other, okay, and then the informations are confidential, so they need a secure communication, right, method. So when they connect with each other through VPN, such kind of VPN, okay, connection are called as site to site VPN, okay, or used by large organization to connect their remote offices or site located in different geographical locations. So for example, the organization has branch offices, okay, where there are n numbers of users on that particular branch offices. Then the connection between the branch offices and the organization or the private network or the headquarter of the organization, okay, so such connection is also known as site to site VPN. So similarly, okay, internet is used as the backbone in terms of site to site and also remote access VPN. Okay, so these are the two types of VPN: remote access VPN and site to site. So in terms of remote, it says point to site. Okay, there is a few user, or the user is constant move. Okay, then. So this is an illustration demonstrating the site-to-site VPN. So this is one private company or private network of one organization, and this another private network. Okay, then maybe these two are the business partners, so they connect with each other and then transfer the data securely. Okay, access the data securely from this network to, okay, access the resources of this network, and then this user access the resources of this network, okay, by building a tunnel through the internet. Okay, so such kind of connection is known as site to site. It can be a branch office, and this can be a headquarter or the corporate organization or the network. Okay, so these are the two types of VPN connection. Okay. side-to-side VPN and remote access VPN. Okay, now let us look at the types of VPN solution. Okay, so depending on the business requirement and infrastructure of the organization, okay, there can be 3 different types of VPN solution. So maybe the requirement, okay, they based on the requirement, what are the requirements of the business, okay, and then how or the infrastructure that the organization has, you can define, okay, the solution of VPN, okay, different solution. Let us look at the different types of VPN solution. The first one is firewall-based solution. Okay, firewall-based solution. So in firewall-based solution, it combines the benefit of both VPN and firewall. So if you're implementing the firewall-based solution, it has the advantage or the benefit of both features of VPN and firewall. Okay, let us look at how. So VPN firewall-based solution provides tunneling and encryption features of VPN. This firewall-based solution, it works similar to VPN by making a tunnel, okay, the logical path connection between the two and the remote and the private network, okay, and also the data packets are all encrypted. Okay, so it provides the features of VPN, okay, that is tunneling and encryption, along with the security features offered via firewall. So not only, okay, it creates a tunnel and encrypts the data, okay, it also creates a security features that is of a firewall, that is it filters the packet or the data based on some of the protocols defined in the firewall. Okay, so it acts as a barrier or the gateway between the internal network and the internet, okay, like a firewall. Okay, in this way, it ensures that unauthorized users are unable to access the resources present on the internal network of an organization. So with the help of the firewall-based solution, if you're implementing, okay, then the features that it offers are both the features of VPN and firewall. That is, it provides a tunnel, right? The data are encrypted and, okay, all the users are authorized with the help of firewall features, right? It makes sure that if the user are authorized, then allow it, otherwise the packet is stopped at the firewall itself. So this is a illustration, okay, where instead of VPN server, you have a firewall-based solution, okay, which, okay, helps in sending of the data, confidential data, okay, through the tunnel built, okay, and then this data is encrypted, and then when the data is transferred from the, okay, the branch office and the remote, okay, to the headquarter or the private network, okay, the firewall will filter it by authenticating the user. Okay, the next solution is software-based solution. Okay, the software-based solution includes a VPN software that is installed on the system. Okay, so VPN, the software-based solution uses a software, VPN software, which is a software, okay, and that is installed in the system. So when you install the VPN software, it may be installed on a dedicated system. Okay, you will have a system dedicated for the which will act as a VPN server. Okay, or it may be installed along with other application. Maybe you have a system which has other application that's running in that has been installed, okay, and then on top of it you're installing the VPN software. Okay, so such kind of solution is known as software-based solution. Okay, so it is essential to ensure that the system used for the software VPN has a sufficient processing power. So when you are installing this software-based solution, make sure that it has sufficient processing power, okay, to support the concurrent connection of the user, okay, number of users. So number of user might try to connect to the private network through this VPN server, right? So this data system should be able to process all the concurrent user, okay, remote user that's trying to connect to the private network. Okay, so that's why you should need a sufficient processing power on that particular system. The software-based solution is the easiest solution to implement. Okay, because all you have to do is you just have to install it on the system. Okay, however, okay, it takes longer time to implement. That means, okay, if you're not installing, okay, on the dedicated system, yeah, or you're not installing on the okay, particularly or for one dedicated system, but maybe you are installing on different system, okay, then you may have to implement or install it on numbers of system. Okay, the software has to be installed in n numbers of system where, okay, the private network, okay, will be able to connect to the remote user. Okay, so it takes longer time. However, the solution is easiest to implement. Okay, the another disadvantage is it is less scalable than hardware-based VPN solution. Okay, that is because as and when, okay, the user, okay, if the number of user increases, okay, if there are more number of users that is trying to connect to the private network, okay, then the VPN based, okay, solution will not be able to handle all the large number of concurrent connection. Okay, if there is large number of users that's trying to connect to the private network, the software base won't be able to handle it. Okay, it is less scalable. The processing power is much slower, or is not good compared to the hardware based solution. Okay. Okay, then now the final one is hardware based solution. Let us see how hardware based solution is better than the software based. Okay, so hardware based solution includes a hardware device that is used as a VPN server. So in terms of hardware based, okay, you have a device, a separate device, okay, dedicated device, okay, that, okay, a hardware device is used, and then this device is used as a VPN server. Okay, it is also known as VPN concentrator. So in fact, when, okay, if you're trying to implement the VPN solution, okay, with through hardware based, okay, as a hardware based solution, then when you buy this device, okay, hardware device, all the required, okay, software like VPN software are all integrated, already configured, okay, with the hardware device, okay, to provide the encryption capability to the VPN server. So this device will have all the features, okay, of the VPN, the software, required software, all already configured, okay, framework is already there in this hardware device. Okay, so because of this one, there are two benefits of the hardware based solution. One, the first benefit is speed. Okay, it is faster, okay, faster compared to other solution, VPN solution. Okay, since hardware device is specifically built, okay, we have a hardware device that is already specifically built for the to run as the VPN server, which provides a VPN services, right, compared to the general purpose computer, okay, where we just install the VPN software, right. So the speed, okay, compared to the general purpose computer system, okay, the hardware based solution is much faster in handling the large number of simultaneous VPN connection. So it will be able to handle more, okay, and then faster compared to the software based or the firewall based. It will be able to handle. Okay, then another advantage is a secure. Okay, hardware based solution is secure. Okay, it is less vulnerable to attack. Okay, for example, let's say the general system, okay, the computer system, when we install the VPN software in it along with the other application, right. So what happens when you have other software or the process running, right, the system is vulnerable. Okay, the system creates a loophole, okay, for the attack with other software or the processes running behind. But if you have a dedicated system that run only the VPN software, then there is less chances of attack or less chances of any loopholes. Okay, that's why it is secure. Okay, so this is the main two advantage of firewall-based solution. Okay, it is faster and secure. Okay, now let us look at selecting the VPN solution. So we have seen there are three types of VPN solution: firewall-based, then software-based, and hardware-based, right? So when you are selecting any of these three VPN solution, okay, it can depend on the base. The solution can be selected based on the amount of the network traffic. Okay, the organization, is it expecting more number of user, okay, connecting to the private network from the remote or from different location. Okay, the network traffic, what is the amount of network traffic. Okay, and then another is level of the security. Okay, how secure your connection should be, VPN connection should be. Okay, do you have any confidential data that needs to be secured? Okay, so apart from this one, there are different factors that need to be considered when you select the VPN solution. Okay, there are four. One is geographical connectivity, security, scalability, and performance. Let us look at each. So geographical connectivity, okay, so VPN solution should be implemented if an organization has number of offices in different geographical location. User need to access the internal network of the organization from remote location. So that means, okay, if your organization has branch offices or business partner located in different location, and then you need to connect to that organization, okay, or the network, and then the transfer of the data has to be secured. Okay, then you need a VPN solution. You need to implement the VPN. So you can in fact select any of these VPN solution. Okay, if there is any offices or the business partner that are located in different location. Okay, the next one is security. Next factor is, okay, if the organization requires improved level of security. Okay, when you say security, that means the data has to be encrypted. Okay, it has to be encapsulated, and you have to make sure that the VPN user are authenticated. Ensure that the authorized users are trying to connect to the private network. Okay, so improved level of security is required, means then you can implement the VPN solution. Again, any of the three VPN solution can be implemented: firewall or software or the hardware. So all of these three provides this security, and then it also consider the geographical, okay, geographical locations. Okay, the next one is scalability. Okay, the next factor is scalability. So scalability, okay, a good choice for the VPN solution depends on the current business model of an organization, the future expansion plan of the organization. Okay, so let's say, for example, so if you're trying to consider, okay, to select which VPN solution to be implemented, okay, then you have to first understand the business model or the business plan of the organization. Okay, what is the future plan of the organization? Are they trying to expand the organization, okay, or expand their network to the different location? Okay, and then if yes, right, then you should implement the VPN solution. Okay, and then when you select the VPN solution, again you have to look at it. Okay, look at whether the information, okay, has to be confidential, okay, or how fast you want the information to be transferred within the network, okay, or the different site. Okay, so there are two solutions you can select. Either you can select the high-end or the firewall, or software-based. Okay, so software-based solutions are usually recommended for small organization if if the expansion, or the location are not the branch offices or the business partner of the organization are not located in many locations, then Softwarebased should be able to handle it. And then also number of users that is simultaneously connected to the private network, then you can use the Softwarebased solution. Whereas if you require high-end VPN solution, that means if you require a speed, the transfer of the data has to be faster, and then the handling of the user, the VPN server should be able to handle more users simultaneously, faster, then, and also there should be higher level of security, then you can use the high-end VPN solution, or in fact firewall-based solution also. So next, the last one is performance. Performance is the last factor is the performance. The performance factor that should be considered when selecting a VPN solution are so this we know that the main idea behind implementing the VPN is to secure the communication, but the performance also plays a vital role in effective communication. The performance, it is also important when you select the VPN solution. So when you say performance of the network, the performance of the network while implementing the VPN solution is affected by two points, that is the protocol tunneling protocol and bandwidth. So both of this one will affect the performance of the VPN or the performance of the network. So if you're looking at the performance of the network, you should consider which type of tunneling protocol to be used. Type of tunneling protocol should be considered. So we already know that L2TP over IPsec provides better security level compared to the pptp, right? However, pptp is easier to configure. So you choose which tunneling protocol best meet the organizational requirement. If you require more security, right, then you have to use L2TP over IPsec tunneling protocol, which is when the configuration is much more complex compared to the pptp. So if your organization does not require much higher level of security, then pptp protocol should be able to secure at certain level. Next one is bandwidth. So bandwidth, so you should also consider the bandwidth used by the VPN devices. For example, VPN performance lows in site-to-site implementation. The size of the tunnel should be increased by including the additional network bandwidth at both ends. So that means, let's say for example, in terms of site-to-site, there may be more number of users trying to connect to different location, right? So from one site, maybe there are 50 or 100 number of users trying to connect to the other site, and similar from other side to other site, right? So the connection or the transfer rate of the data may be higher in terms of site to site, which may slow down the performance of VPN. So in such case, you can increase the bandwidth. You can increase the size of the tunnel by increasing the bandwidth, or you can change the configuration of VPN server to allow required number of connections based on the number of users to preserve the network bandwidth. So if there is not much of user that is trying to connect simultaneously, so you can decrease the number of users that is configured in VPN, thereby preserving the bandwidth for the transfer of the data. So these are two points that needs to be considered when you say you need to increase the performance of the VPN network. So that is selection of the tunneling protocol and bandwidth. So that's the end of the unit. Thank you.